Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music. Most of the time when we're writing a song, the harmonic rhythm and the phrase length are the same. But what if they were different? Let's get into it. The harmonic rhythm of a piece is how often the chords change and on what cycle. A typical pop song might have a 4-chord cycle. It might take 2 measures, it might take 4. You get the idea. Melodic phrase lengths very often are determined by lyrics, but they almost always, if we're just composing intuitively, are locked to the harmonic rhythm. It's not always the best solution, though. For interesting melodies that continually play with the listener's expectation, it's possible to create a melody, a repeating melody, that crosses the divisions of the harmonic rhythm. So let's take a look at this chord progression. It's a simple chord progression, sort of a variation of the axis chords. Worked for Adele, should work for us, right? So that's C minor, E flat over B flat, and then B flat, and then A flat. So I'm playing the axis chords, I'm just starting in a different place. Now, it's very clear, looking at the screen here, that the chord progression, well, as I've sort of recorded it here, is sort of like here's from the beginning to here, that's the first cycle, and then from measure 3 up top, where the marker is right now, to measure 5, sort of the second half. I've performed it a little bit differently. So essentially, it's a 4-bar loop, and that's how I've kind of like conceived of it and kind of put it up in my timeline up here. Now, a 4-bar loop is very, very common in pop music. So what if we decide to create a melody that crosses the bar line? That is to say, a melody that isn't 4 or 2 measures long. So here's my melody, and you can hear it's in a regular length. In fact, visually, you can see sort of how it works. That was a 3-measure melody. 3 and 3 is 6. I have 2 measures left over, so I thought I would just add a little throwaway line just so that I get an 8-bar phrase, because we don't want to be horribly cruel to our listener. Well, I think it works nicely. Here we go. There's a certain tension and release, a push and pull that you can't achieve any other way. The listener's ear will gravitate to the repetition, since, as we know, thanks to Adam Neely, repetition legitimizes. And we're also going to hear the chord cycle as well. The first time the melody cycles, beginning again right here, the melodic tone of a D appears over a B flat bass, and it's the 5 chord. The first time it happened, it appeared over the minor 6 chord, it appeared over the C chord. So you get a very different experience of the melody. Let's just listen to that again from a measure before. C minor, E flat, B flat to A flat, and now it's over the B flat. And you feel a little bit toppled, but it's still familiar. And then we're going to cycle it around again, and we could start again or go to the bridge, something like that. It's a powerful tool for creating propulsiveness in our melodies. Well, we won't be complete unless we test the opposite. So what if we have a melodic phrase that's, say, 2-4 measures long, and create a harmonic rhythm that's 3 measures long? Here's my melodic phrase, and I've just used the pentatonic scale because you never know how things are going to work out. If I chose chromatic notes, I could get in hot water. Simple melody. Here it comes. I'm not going to win any awards for that, but it's got a certain jaunty quality. Well, check this out. My chord progression is a 3-chord progression, and what that means is it's going to cross the melodic phrase in interesting ways. In fact, in that amount of time, it repeats and crosses, and it still hasn't come together again, partially because the interference of periodicity of the two means that you've got to multiply things out and out and out. But it works really well. So the chord progression that I've done is a C minor, E flat, and what did I do? Yeah, C minor, E flat, B flat. Well, let's listen to it. It still hasn't joined up. Fascinating, right? The melody sounds a little bit different as it sort of appears over different roots at the ends of each phrase. The central tone C sounds different over a B flat chord than it does over a C minor chord, than it does over an E flat chord. Simple interference of periodicity of the two concepts, the harmonic rhythm versus the melodic phrase length, has given me a longer, more engaging piece of music. Well, I love this technique, and I hope it's useful. Like and subscribe, and ding the bell. You'll be notified when I do my videos. I'll see you next time.